What the hell?
What's the deal? It's your boy Klasic from Classic Live. I got the homie OG Corn Dog in the building. Before we get started, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. If y'all on a different platform, make sure that y'all do the same thing. Follow the channel, hit the like, retweet, heart, all the stuff that you need to do, man. So the topic of tonight, man, if you've been under a rock somewhere, Drake done released not one, not two, but three albums. You know, I think they all was pretty mid. Corny, did you get a chance to hear them?
None of them, bro. And I ain't got a chance. I've been busy, man. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be yeah.
you didn't really miss much, man. To be honest with you, out of all three of them, I listened to one in totality, which was Iceman. I give it about a 7 or 8 out of 18. So it wasn't necessarily. It was very mid. I'm not even going to hold nothing. It
How
was
many
very
songs was
mid
it?
out of 18. It was 18 songs, and I give it
Oh,
about
okay.
a solid 7 or 8. You know,
Mm.
so you know, it wasn't the best. And if you watch basketball, let's just say somebody shot the ball 40 times and only made it like 9 or 10 times. That's not necessarily a good field goal percentage. It just seemed like you just out there just doing whatever it is. Some Drake fans are saying, like, hey, you know, he dropped 3 albums, man. That's 60 records. But in this situation, if you got to drop 3 albums to contend with Kendrick Lamar, GNX, you already lost. So
Right.
people are really speculating. Now, I was thinking before all this dropped, I thought he was going to be kind of confused to what to release to his audience, because if you notice, after the Kendrick beef, he uploaded music not on his own Drake official artist YouTube channel. He put it like on some side skirt channel to like test the audience to see if they liked it or not. So
Right. Right.
that's a sign right there to show you that the labels are kind of inconsistent on like what they think the audience is going to react to. So that was my initial thought. But seeing him drop 3 albums in this one term, and one album was a hip hop album, another album was like an R&B album, and then the third one was like a dance album. So you are in 3 different categories to where you can say that you fulfilled your contractual agreement and get up out of that contract ASAP. So people are saying that this dude did a mastermind move by dropping these 3 albums to get off his label situation to go to a different one. Now, if you're doing that and the music is trash, I don't think that's the best chess move, because people were waiting for your response from Kendrick. And of course, this album had a lot of Kendrick subs. He dissed LeBron, he dissed DJ Khaled, he dissed ASAP
I heard
Rocky.
that.
Yeah, he was on a revenge tour to where it kind of was, I wouldn't say distasteful, but it kind of got like he's complaining, like, come on, bro, you gonna make a whole album complaining and dissing the dude. But besides that, one thing that I saw that I thought was crazy, the White House retweeted the picture of Drake album cover, right? And
Huh?
he was throwing up the six. He was throwing up the six with the Michael Jackson glove. Now,
What?
on the edit of what they did, the White House chose to have a diamond necklace hang from it, and it said MAGA. So people are, are speculating into throwing it all the way to the left by saying that this was just another move for supremacy to be shown, because in 2019, the OK gesture was labeled as a hate symbol. Donald Trump was in office during 2019, but the OK gesture was labeled as a hate symbol. So you got the OK gesture on this album cover, and then you got a MAGA chain hanging from it. So would you say that that's kind of falling into the trope of supremacy?
That's playing with it.
Yeah.
That's definitely playing with it. I mean, did Drake drop the album cover like that, or this is what the Trump administration did?
That's how they dropped it, and then on their version, like I said, they just added the MAGA chain onto it.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, Drake been known for throwing up the 6 for years, but now and that's why I don't think like the White House should jump into music beasts and stuff. Just keep it political.
Yeah, because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Exactly.
They're stepping in the grounds. They don't know what the hell going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stay out of this, Trump. Stay the hell out of this, bro. You need to stay the hell out of a lot of stuff. Fuck all that shit, but that's a different take. I don't know if it's a political thing, for the album cover and all that, but I'm not up on right now. Like I've been busy lately, so I didn't get a chance to really sit down, and I didn't even know that it was 3 albums. I heard about the Iceman on the first day. I remember the first day when that album came out. There was a video popped up in my algorithm with him standing out in front of a bunch of straps in his backyard and at the mansion or something.
Yeah, the What Did I Miss video.
Wasn't that released like months ago?
Yeah, and that was one of the records that was released, but it wasn't released on Drake's official channel.
Oh, okay, because so I don't know. So okay, I see what you're saying.
Labels try to do that as a tester to where they can say, well, hey, I don't know who leaked this. But it could be them releasing it on a different platform just in case the record bomb, they won't have any ties to it.
Yeah, because that tripped me out when I seen that video. I'm like, what I've seen this already for some reason. I'm like, I've seen this. This is not new. Like I honestly thought that I was going through some Mandela effect shit or something. Like this is crazy right now. But like I said, I didn't know about the 3 albums. I didn't know it was 3 albums. He went to 3 different categories, like you said. That's crazy. That sounds like it's a move for him to, like you said, people saying he's trying to get out that label deal. Yeah, well, let me drop these 3 so I can get out. You know what I mean? I heard other people that listen to it and their takes of how they like it, or if they like it or not. They was like, they was basically saying, yeah, it was some songs on there that was cool, and it wasn't no banger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no classic. I should say that. You know what I mean? No pun intended. But I mean, I got to get into it. Once I get into it, I can really get my my full take on it, because you said 3 albums, or you said one of them is Dance. I don't think I'm gonna be listening to that. So, you said the regular was Iceman. That's the one everybody basically probably would give him his props on out of all 3. You know what I mean, right? And what's the other category you said? Something for the ladies?
Like hip hop, R&B, and dance.
Okay, I'll do the hip hop and R&B, but that dance, I ain't got nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I heard somebody said that the R&B album was the best one out of all 3 of them.
Oh, is that right?
That might be true, because, and then I'll be honest, I haven't heard the dance or the R&B because that's not necessarily my lane. But since I do music, I'm gonna have to mess with it. But just off the back, I went straight to the hip hop. But
right.
Drake he's not necessarily a hip hop artist. He's more pop. more popular,
Right.
if anything. And he definitely make a lot of music for the ladies and stuff. So it's no shock that people will say that's where his bread is butter.
And
Now,
Mm-hmm.
you was about to say something else, bro?
Well, that's what I mean. You saying that people were saying this is his the best out of the three, and everybody always say what you just said. Yeah, he always make women. He make music for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, the men tap onto it because they chilling with their chick, and then next thing you know, they got hooked. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been his best bet anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that's rapping. Okay, if you rapping about if you were one of those, you a pop rapper. Okay, you gonna rap about pop stuff. You're not gonna be on here on some real grimy stuff at all. Which when I seen that video, it's like, man, stop, man. Walking around with this holster on. Come on, man. Cut it out, Drake. You ain't cut like that at all.
That's where the problem comes, because when you make records like Started from the Bottom and You from the Slums, and people know your upbringing, is like that's where the realness, that's where you lose people. Yeah, it like I said, with the rap stuff, to be honest with you, I like when he talked that talk, but as far as the drilling and killing and all that stuff, that's
stay
not
out of
believable.
That.
Yeah, just
stay out of
say
that.
say some witty stuff.
Right.
The dude, I'm not gonna lie, on a couple of other records where he was rapping, he was getting into it. Like the metaphors, they was on point. He had a couple of lines where I was like, ooh, yeah, that's cold. But when it comes to street stuff, he's not no street artist. So, another thing that's been going on lately, Spotify has been exposed. Now they made a tweet saying that Drake Make 'Em Cry being the most streamed song in a single day on a platform in 2026 so far. But they had to retake what they said because the music group BTS Swim was actually a record that had 14 million streams in one day. So Spotify had to go back on what they were saying, and on the second tweet that they made, they said, hey, after further review, we manually looked at everything and we were wrong.
Oh.
So that made people think. So automatically, y'all got these AI systems that's generating certain stuff or whatever, to where they're fudging numbers or they're fudging results, to where people are just going along with whatever. Well, Spotify, that's what they're saying. It can't be true. So a lot of people been on Drake ass about the fact that he's paying people, allegedly paying these streaming services to get back in favor with the audience. So it's just a lot of smut being put on his name right now. And I think he's low-key kind of trying too hard. And the funny thing about it is, before this album dropped, people was speculating that Kendrick was going to drop the same day. He have Iceman, Kendrick was going to drop Fireman. So that never happened. But in my opinion, I don't think Kendrick needed to drop anything, because in essence, Kendrick damn near knocked Drake out, right?
Annihilate
Drake
him.
is getting up and he's swinging and shit like that. So all Kendrick had to do is just sit back and watch him make a fool of himself and still eat off of his last album. So, when you're thinking strategically, less is definitely more. You don't have to drop 60 songs, because that's more error for mistakes. You could drop 60 songs and only people like 4 or 5 of them, when you could have just dropped one CD of 10 songs with the best 10 songs, and they'd be like, oh my God, that's a classic album.
That part.
So as far as his management, I think strategically they kind of messed up, but I really think that this is done just to get him out of his contract and on to the next thing. Like before the album dropped, I already thought that he would not flop in numbers, but I thought he would flop as far as making a classic project. And it's coming to show that it might be true. All these little accolades of having the most singles on Billboard at one time, it don't really do anything for you in the long run if people aren't really buying into the project like that.
Right. My point on that, what you was just saying. This, who in the hell decided to put 3 albums out? Was it his decision? Was it management? You know what I'm saying? It's like when you do things like that, you put yourself on a pedestal for every one and every last one of those albums to be great. Or somebody in management just said, hey, we're just going to take a chance. Let's put 3 out here, and one hit, it'll take off, and then we don't have to worry about the label no more because we already done put out the issue we need to get the hell up out of here. Yeah. All we need is one. So was that the thought process of it? Like, like y'all just gambling off a 3 out of 1? You want that one to take off? Drake has probably a better chance with the ladies. And he's always had the better chance with the ladies when it comes to making music. So you said this is an R&B album. Is this an R&B album style that he would normally do? Or is it R&B? Yeah. Okay.
It's Drake R&B.
Okay, there we go. Now I think that'll do something.
Yeah.
On the simple fact that we can. I don't know if anybody agree with me, but R&B is dead in a way, in a sense.
I think a lot of people would agree with you on that.
Yeah. Sure. So to bring it back, and for Drake to do it, he's one of the ones that can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a strong point for him. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to both albums, give you my full subject, my full take on it. But I think that's a strong point right there with the ladies. You know what I mean? Don't get out there and act. Just stop all that, man. Walking around with pistols on your holster and you know what I'm saying? And pool, backyard, you got a pool and you got all these straps laid out on the deck. Like, come on, man. Leave that part alone. Don't let your ego get you, fucked up. Let's say that. He's not gonna ever be able to compete on that level to how Kendrick got him. And Kendrick, he only did maybe 3 or 4 songs that really touched his soul. You know what I mean? Because when Kendrick dropped his album, there was nothing going towards that man or him coming after him on that album. I didn't hear nothing like that off of that album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about off a Kendrick album.
No, yeah, he took some shots at Drake for sure.
What, one song?
No,
what, 4 bars? 4 bars?
Hey, to be honest, it was a couple songs, and then his cousin Baby Keem, he dropped an album recently to where that was.
Oh yeah, I love that. I like that shit. I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, I like that Baby Keem shit. Yeah, I fuck with that.
That Casino is pretty tough, man. And the first time I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, it sounds cool. But then they was like, yeah, he dissed Drake on this record. He dissed Drake on that record. He dissed Drake on this record too. So it's like, damn, they really have a beef that's been going on for a long time. That's been low.
And you know what? And you know what's so funny about that part right there? Like I used to, when the beefs cracked and then it started dying out, I started listening to Kendrick and Drake on what they were saying on certain songs. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like, and it was like one of those songs you wouldn't even think that it was pertaining that to him, but it sounded like it was. You know what I'm saying? And that was a subliminal, you know what I'm saying, that I missed. And it was a couple of them after that I'm like, well, so they've been doing this for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing them back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Drake is not ever gonna win after what Kendrick just dropped. His last album, he cannot. And the man stands alone when it comes to Grammys, man. Get the fuck up out of here, man. This West Side, baby. This LA. You not messing with that man, Drake. Let your ego, let it. Yeah. Your ego is gonna destroy you.
I was just about to say, bro, it's straight ego. And to go back on what you were saying, I believe his ego told his management that, hey, I need to get up out of here, get the 3 albums, I don't care. Because the same ego got him just walking around looking crazy. Like the best, after you get your ass whooped, don't even acknowledge that you got your ass whooped, just keep it pushing, people forget about it. But with this dude, he's still carrying on something that happened down there a year, almost 2 years ago.
Petty.
So it showed you, hey, the homie Micah said, I agree with Corn Dog. We got D Love in the building, said, hey, Classic.
What up, D?
Micah said, Drake gotta stay away from that for sure. Drake isn't about that life, not gonna lie. Hell nah. D Love said, hey, OG Corn Dog. And then she also said, nope, he's not. Hey man, we've been running it up for a minute now, so we're gonna have to get into this video. Now, the video I stumbled across is from Top 5 Troy, and he break down every diss that was on the Iceman record. So let's get into this, man.
Let's hear this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, but this is crazy though. Like, I'm still kind of stuck on the fact that people is, talking about the White House and fucking Drake. And,
that's what I'm saying, bro. What the hell?
It's like, damn, bro. Huh? I guess, man.
Huh?
Yo, let's get it, man.
All right, so this new Iceman album by Drake is full of shots, full of disses. So let's get into every single diss that was on Iceman, explained by me. Let's go. There's so many people dissed on this album. We're just gonna start with the owner of TDE himself, Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, on the song Make Them Cry.
Random intrusive thought, but what happened to Taz's Angels?
So Drake says, what happened to Taz's Angels? Now, Taz's Angels, a former modeling agency who got caught up in some crimes.
The FBI raided their mansion in Miami. There was allegations of sex working.
But Drake admittedly makes a very off-ball reference to them, like, yo, what happened to those people? And it almost seems innocent until you dig a little deeper. One of the former Taz's Angels, her name was Ashley Martell, and she had formerly accused Anthony Top Dog Tiffith, the CEO of TDE, of abuse. So here's a photo of her battered eye. I'll kind of censor that out just to be safe for YouTube. But yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence that Drake randomly mentions Taz's Angels when one of the former models, who's still pretty Instagram famous at this point, formerly accused Top Dog of abuse. Hey y'all, I am a one-man show. I record, edit the video myself, create the thumbnail, everything. So hitting like and subscribe.
Thumbs up for you, buddy.
Help a bunch. Thanks so much. Back to the video. So obviously on this Iceman album, Kendrick Lamar caught a bunch of strays.
What was the year that they say it slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that.
On the song Dust, Drake says, what was the year they said you had slaps? Cause I don't remember it going like that.
Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping.
This appears to be Drake referencing Kendrick's bar on Not Like Us. Drake is directly questioning that. Like, 2009, I don't remember you being popping in that year, Kendrick.
I don't remember one word in your raps. I don't know nothing about you in them tracks. Let's go.
Drake will go on to say, I don't remember one word of your raps. I don't know nothing about you on them tracks. Now, as you can imagine, Kendrick Lamar caught most of the disses on this Iceman album. On Whisper My Name, Drake says,
my white label had to go white label shit when he stepped out his body and finally got hot.
My white label had to go white label when he stepped out his body and finally got hot. Even in these disses towards Kendrick Lamar, Drake is saying, yo, you did well. Like, you got hot. Like, I'll give you your props. But here, Drake takes aim at his label, UMG, his white label, white-owned label, saying they went white label. Now, if we dig just a little bit deeper into the meaning of white label, a white label is a product or service that's made by one company and then rebranded and sold by a different company under their own name. So it seems like Drake is looking at Kendrick like, hey, UMG hand-selected you to replace me. and that's the only reason you got hot. White label. On the song Whisper My Name, Drake says,
This ain't fixable smoke where you see us out sitting with Farrakhan.
this ain't fixable smoke when you see us. I'll sit in with Farrakhan.
It's like the bag that you bring on the plane. It's gonna carry on.
So Minister Farrakhan has infamously squashed a lot of hip hop beefs. He would make certain rappers, certain entertainers, black entertainers come in.
Yeah, let's pause it real quick. See, so that white label situation definitely explains why he wanted to rush and drop these 3 albums, because he felt like the same company is favoring Kendrick. That's why he dropped a lawsuit, or try to start a lawsuit, because he said, like, hey man, y'all showing this dude more love. He's dissing me and putting smut on my name. So yeah.
So you saying that, making that point right there, he is definitely trying to get out of his deal by dropping these 3 albums in a row. He's saying it to them. He's not saying it out of his mouth, but he's definitely letting them know right here, I'm out of here. So is he gonna get out the deal because of these?
Of course. He
they're gonna accept that, even if they flop.
Hey, and that's what I'm about to ask you. Is that a good chess move? You just got your ass whooped in this battle, so the next thing you do, you drop some whack music to get up out of your contract, or you try to have something more potent,
some dignity. He's sound like that man going through a lot right there, because those are some major decisions to make in life. If you said, like your take, you were saying, okay, sit your ass down, concentrate, make a classic album, make every last song on there a banger. Don't make it 18 songs, make it 12, 10 to 12, make them all bangers, and everybody gonna love each and every last one of them. Do that. Bam. Competition, very up. We don't know what's going on. Maybe people will be like, oh shit, that shit was hard. He got Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody saying that right now.
That's the bad part. And he shouldn't have did everything all in one day. He should have, like, once a week, once every other week, to where you got your 3, like, shit, an album a month that was banging.
No, 3 months, bro. Don't run out of that motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You letting everybody in the world know what you're doing, your management company, your label, you letting them all know what the hell you trying to do right now. And you look like a scared dog with your tail between your legs.
D-Love said Drake still crying, man.
Meet with him to squash whatever public issues they had together. Drake is saying, yo, not even sitting with Farrakhan is going to help that. Like, this is something that we're going to carry on forever between us. So maybe one of the more direct shots towards Kendrick on Iceman was on the song Janice STFU.
White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
So here, Drake is jamming at Kendrick's fan base. What we saw at the pop-out show was a lot of non-black kids, a lot of white kids, which is kind of the reverse of how Kendrick portrays it in his music, the culture, black culture.
Who was there?
I mean, I'm just giving you guys Drake's perspective here. And Drake is saying those white kids that are there, they're not even there because they like your music like that. They're there to help fulfill this white guilt because they get to listen to you rap about the black plight and things of that nature.
Handing out turkeys on camera inside the hood, then you go back to the hills.
And here Drake tries to point out some type of hypocrisy, saying you hand out turkeys on camera in your hood. So you're handing out turkeys in Compton for these holiday giveaways, but you're doing it on camera, so it's fake, right? You're not doing it out the kindness of your heart. You're doing it for public relations, for PR. Then you go back to the hills.
You better stop that, bro.
How many houses you build? How many souls did you heal off the back of your deal?
Drake is attempting to point out some type of hypocrisy within Kendrick. Drake seems
like, it's crazy that he's saying that, but then you can throw the same thing on him. Like, how many houses that he, like, so.
Right.
It's definitely.
What do we know of that?
That part.
I don't know nothing about that. I know Kendrick touchdown once a year in the hood, nigga. You feel me? And he in the spot that nigga, you, Drake, you can't go there by yourself. Okay? I've been there by myself. This man Klasic right here, he's been there by himself. We used to live down I used to live down the street from that motherfucker, so nigga, I've been there. Drake, you can't do that.
Man.
Kendrick goes there and he made a song about it. Humble. That man is being humble right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's his part of his personality. Okay? There's no ego there. That man knows where he comes from. You understand what I'm saying? And Drake, you don't know nothing about that. You've never been part of the struggle. You had a good life.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it sounds like he's jealous because he don't come from that struggle to where he can give back to that type of community. Because I was there not a couple of months ago when they was doing that thing with Dr. Dre and Snoop was there. And the crazy part about it, I was telling people like, yeah, you know, he's giving these kids a concert experience that they would never have the opportunity to go to as far as like these big venues. He's bringing it to them.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And you saying, okay, you can't criticize that man for something you ain't did. Shut your ass up.
That part.
You ain't did nothing like that. We don't know nothing about like that of you doing that. If you was doing that on a continuous basis, we would know about it. Okay?
Yep.
Hey, maybe you can probably get you a little credit off of that. But Kendrick ain't doing it for credit. Kendrick doing it because he know where he come from. Dummy.
Hey, that part.
To believe that Kendrick portrays himself as some sort of savior who's gonna, you know, help people and save the hood. So Drake is saying like, okay, where are the results of that? On Shebang, Drake says,
don't even recognize none of these things at the top of the charts. I look.
And as of the week that Iceman came out, there are very few hip hop records in the charts. In that same verse, Drake goes on to say,
okay,
that's when you drop, well shit. I did press play on that hoe. Mid, skip.
It was mid. I skipped a lot of records. He's talking about GNX. So he's doing a critical breakdown of GNX. It's mid. There's a lot of skips. The album wasn't that good. He's saying, thus is why I don't recognize
that shit was banging
currently on the Billboard charts.
And now they got a new goat and we got to test the position.
So this is from the song Make Them Pay. Drake says, we got a new GOAT. We got to test the position. He's talking about Kendrick. Apparently you're the new GOAT. You replaced me, allegedly, because of the not like us. This is what people say. So you replaced me. All right, so let's test it.
Who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished. No one got questions for niggas.
So he's looking at Kendrick like, okay, so you're supposed to be the new GOAT. You're supposed to be the guy now that you took me down. But we don't see you, right? Like a magician. He vanishes. He doesn't drop music. He disappears like a musician pulling a rabbit out the hat. Oh, and plus those streams. There's this whole allegation that Kendrick and other TDE artists were botting streams and they lost millions upon millions of streams when Spotify did a bot purge. He says no one got questions for these guys. And to Drake's credit, it's hard to tell if that allegation is even true because no one asks directly about that specific allegation. Punch, the president of TDE, he did go on a Joe Budden podcast and Joe Budden asked him, but not about the 100 million streams directly. Joe Budden asked Punch, do you bot streams? Which, of course, everyone would say no, because botting streams is against pretty much every streaming service's terms of service. So no one is going to come out and admit, oh, yeah, we bot streams, right? You get your music taken off services. But the specific point of 100 million streams allegedly vanishing, to Drake's credit, no one asks about this.
Way out of dip out of 6, run out of 6, just like it did.
So this bar from National Treasure is referencing Kendrick going to Toronto and performing Not Like Us.
I saw Canadian fans wearing shirts that said Canadians do not F with Drake.
Everyone came out to see if Kendrick would actually put his foot on the pedal regarding Not Like Us in Drake's hometown. And this is something that Drake is going to reference a couple times on Iceman. Yeah, he came to Toronto the 6th and he performed these records. but he bolted out of there quickly. There are videos of Kendrick having like a 20, 30 plus police escort. Once he was finished with the show, he got out of Toronto immediately with a police escort straight to the airport. Now, obviously, I think that's the smart thing to do. I think the smart thing to do would have not to go into Toronto to begin with. But yeah, if you're going to go there, don't hang around.
Why was TPS at my crib until you boy slid? It is what it is.
And then Drake goes on to say, why was TPS, which is like Toronto's police department, why were they at my crib, at my house, posted, watching me until y'all finished your show? So Drake is accusing Kendrick of having the police sit there and watch his house until he got out of Toronto. Is it true? I don't know. But this is what Drake is saying.
I ain't gonna lie, that sound forced as fuck. Like Drake is literally gonna be the person to do something. That don't make any sense. Man, D-Love said, woo, if Lil Hater was a person, it's Drake. Yeah, for sure. She said, respectfully, what though about Toronto? What's tough about Toronto? Nothing. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
probably very nice out there.
Yeah,
like,
man, like,
you know, we come from LA, and people. I say this. I'm gonna put it to you in this perspective. This is gonna be funny. Listen, you got your average white guy that lives in LA. Then he goes and visit Toronto. He's like, whoa, these people are so nice. And he's white. You understand what I'm saying? Right there.
In Toronto, they don't even lock their doors on their cars or their houses. So say less.
If me or you went to go visit Toronto, and then we say, hey, take us where the Dougie Doug at. You know what I'm saying? Like the skullduggery. Where's the ghetto? And then we go there, and we gonna be like, this is it?
They trying.
Nah.
They trying.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if we was to go there, it'd be nothing to what we've seen or where we have walked around on the streets. Just going in LA. Let's go in South Central LA, Compton. Walking around to go to the store, to walk to go get a beer, cigarettes, papers, blunts. That shit's dangerous. Period, bro. You're gonna constantly gonna be doing this when you're walking down the street. All the time. Yeah. I know that. That's that PTSD right there. You know what I'm saying? So stay on your toes. And I'm pretty sure ain't nobody doing that in Toronto. Ain't nobody walking around like this.
Oh, I know. It's very nice out there for sure. Hey, D-Love said they got a leaf or an emblem. I'm just saying. That maple leaf, you got that big ass bear.
Hey, no disrespect to Toronto or nothing, because I love the Trailer Park Boys. Them my boys right there. I love them. Them my niggas. You know what I'm saying? But man, you guys come out here and then go visit Compton or South Central LA. You go visit that.
I don't go to
and then you go like, I can't wait to get back. And especially if you experience something you just a witness to. I've seen so much shit just walking around or just on the goddamn train. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's crazy.
That part. Yeah, let's get back to it, man. I think he's reaching on that.
Yeah, man.
On the same song, National Treasures, Drake says, all these dudes want a head tap, but I did more off a body blow. So this appears to be referencing Euphoria.
Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
Where Kendrick says, headshot for the year. Y'all better walk around like Daft Punk. Drake is saying like, yeah, all y'all want the headshot. You want the head tap. But I'm doing more damage to you just off the body blow. Little boxing reference.
I'm fighting a man, not suing a rapper, you was not listening.
So this bar is from Bees on the Table. It's alluding to Drake's lawsuit with UMG, where a lot of people kind of see the lawsuit as suing Kendrick for not like us. But in order to not sue Kendrick directly, he's just going to sue UMG over defamation. Drake is clearing that up for everyone who
That part right there, bro. You lost right there. Soon as you said, I'm gonna sue this guy. And then you want to come and make an album and then talk about it? Shut your ass up, nigga. You lost a long time ago. You know you lost a long time ago. You can't compete, and you ain't coming back after that. It's done. The damage is done. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick cut you. I'm gonna have to cut you. You lost. Give it up. Stay singing for the ladies. Ooh, R&B for the ladies. Or whatever the hell you be doing out there, nigga. Stay out this rap game, man.
Man, hey, you ain't lie though, for real.
Who thinks like that? I'm fighting the man. The man, like, is a term for the industry. The oligarchs, like, yo, I'm fighting the man. It's not about Kendrick.
I'm back in your city tonight, walking around my head high.
Here, Drake is saying, hey, I'm in LA. I'm all throughout California, Southern California, with my head high. Meanwhile, when Kendrick was in Toronto, he got up out of there quickly. Again, this is something that Drake references a couple times on Iceman. The fact that, yeah, Kendrick came to Toronto, but left quickly with a huge police escort. And he's kind of jabbing him over that.
I'm going to show you what to do, little. Hey, I'm going to show you what to do, little boy.
This is from Too Hard for the Radio. So this is Drake's attempt at the West Coast record. But instead of going for the LA sound, like we heard on Not Like Us, Drake goes for the Bay Area sound. I mean, and even the LA sound, it's still pretty influenced by the Bay Area. Drake has short jokes for Kendrick for days. So you'll often hear him call him little boy, little guy, this and that.
You put that jacket on anybody, your funeral bound.
And on the song Make Them Remember, this is where a huge percentage of the disses from Iceman are on. This on this one song. Drake is talking about having this pedo jacket put on him.
A booster seat for your sales and the lies that you tell.
He's still making short jokes. Hey, a booster seat for your sales. Basically saying, oh, you're making pedo jokes to boost your sales. That's kind of like a low life thing to do. And it's also a short joke, you know, booster seats, car seats. Basically saying Kendrick Lamar is so small, he should be sitting in the booster seat.
And all summer pedal bars going #1, and yet y'all trying to tell me who's going to.
You can see here Drake is referencing Not Like Us again, saying y'all was riding all summer to pedo bar.
Hey, yo. If Kendrick Lamar and Drake was in the same room, who would win? Or is the beef that intense to go there?
It's not beef. I think it's low-key hatred. And I think they literally hate each other to where, yeah, something would actually happen. And
so who wins?
Nope, same for Toronto.
Who wins?
Who wins? The guy that got the BBL abs or Kendrick Lamar? I think Kendrick got way more heart for sure. I don't even think Drake is like tall like that. So I don't know, bro.
And you know, I don't care what nobody say. All that height and stuff, that don't mean nothing.
That's where your heart. Like, he got the heart.
It's where your heart is at. But yeah, exactly. Where does that man come from? What did he go through in life? Yeah. What type of struggle was it? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so you putting it that way, I'll give it to Kendrick. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like, nigga, like, I beat up somebody that was muscle bound out of jail like this and all that. So it's not necessarily you having muscles like that. You got to just have to have a heart to go out there. So,
I've said that many times. I think I've even said that many times to you off camera and just, you know, us chopping it up as homies and shit. I always say it don't matter how big they are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It don't, because I've knocked out 3 people that was over 6 feet, over 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? Landing on the ground, all that, you know, so I've done that. It's probably been, I want to say 3, probably could have been 1 more. I don't know. But I'm a scrapper, bro. I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? I had a punching bag in my living room. But I'm just saying, out of that heart, yeah, Kendrick, he's destroying that man. If they ever come face to face, I would love it. I would love to see them face to face. Just even if they don't fight, I just want to see the face expressions.
Yeah, you already know who would be shitting bricks for sure.
Who?
Who you think? Drake. Like that's that confrontation that'll make you nervous, bro.
Oh man, that nigga hard. You see it go through his t-shirt.
Man, all type of weird facial expressions. Hey, D-Love said Kendrick because Drake would pay somebody to fight for him. Damn, that's crazy. Not BBL ass. Yeah, that's what they're saying. BBL.
That's what it is.
Has nothing to do with certain strikes you can do to drop anybody if you connect. Hey, that's real. Hey, and you got to know how to throw them too. Like,
yeah,
I'm saying like not all that. That ain't gonna do it.
Nah.
When you turn and put all that energy from your legs and your bro.
Look how fast I did that. You feel me? Shit.
And laugh my ass off. BBL abs. Yeah, hey, yeah. Come on, let's get back to it, man. We already know BBL Drizzy.
To a song calling the guy a pedo, yet I'm supposed to be the groomer. Like he's trying to turn it on the audience here.
A Billboard #1, man, whoop-de-doo. They rigging the game because you fighting the biggest artist.
So Drake is still holding true to this point that the industry is being rigged against us. So he's saying, yo, F a Billboard chart, because obviously you need the industry's help to chart that high on Billboard. I think in his heart, Drake kind of knows it's going to be tough because he sees himself as fighting the industry and they're fighting back against him. So he's saying, you know what? F the Billboard charts. They're rigging the game. Then he references one of Kendrick's records, Rigor Mortis.
They trying to have me stuck in this position like Rigor Mortis.
Now, this is specifically a very interesting diss because I've never heard a rapper dissed in this way.
They only know your name in the bigger markets, never in the little markets.
But not the little markets, not the B markets or the C.
B markets, C markets, all of those is D markets.
C markets, all of those are D markets. D, those are my markets, D for Drake, right? So it's interesting because Drake is saying like, yeah, you're known in the United States, in the UK, and Europe, those big markets. But what about Cambodia? What about Belarus, the Philippines? Drake is kind of bragging on having smaller markets. Usually you'll see this flip the other way. Like, yeah, you're only known in small markets. I'm known in big markets. But, you know, Drake flips it the other way.
Plot twist, the owl never sees the cage. The owl only wakes up and sees the day.
That didn't sound right.
Directly referencing the Not Like Us music video, where Kendrick Lamar has the owl in the cage, owl being OVO's record label logo. And then we have some more direct rebuttals of Not Like Us.
Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe y'all should read a page.
On that song, Kendrick Lamar says,
have you?
Drake literally directly rebuts the line.
Talking about hiding the Bible, maybe y'all should read a page.
Y'all talking about hiding the Bible?
Hold up. Stop.
Kendrick of blasphemy.
He said, maybe I should read a page of the Bible.
Oh, you caught that, huh?
So does that mean you ain't never read a page of the Bible?
He's Jewish, right? So what?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what the Jewish people read?
Man, I ain't Jewish. So I don't know. What I'm saying is, this is the most popular book ever written, and you've never read a page of the Bible, bro. You are my enemy. I ain't gonna say it by that, but that you don't know the word. If you don't know the word, you ain't got nothing to say. Shut up. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, D-Love, I'm glad that you said that. D-Love said basically the Old Testament, but as I was looking it up, it was saying the Torah is, the question is the Torah the same as the Old Testament? They said, no, the Torah and the Old Testament are not the same thing, although they overlap. The Torah is only the first 5 books of the Old Testament. Okay, so it is part of the Old Testament. So technically, Like, yeah, technically. So if you read the Old Testament, I don't know. Like,
No, the way he laid that bar out, it was like maybe I should read a page of the Bible. The way he said that, it was like that means you never read the Bible.
yeah, I get you on that.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? That's
Well, if
crazy to me,
anything,
bro. That's really crazy. Maybe it's not crazy because maybe I don't read what their Bible is. You know, I'm not too familiar of their faith like that. But all I know that Moses was the beginning. So
the Torah, also known as the first 5 books of Moses. Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. Like the crazy part about it, like this is gonna go somewhere else, but when it comes to religion, a lot of religions damn near kind of come from Christianity, or they overlap to where, you know, they believe in different things other than just like what Christians believe in. So I hear what you're saying with that Bible line, but technically, if they're reading the Torah and the Torah is the first 5 books of the Old Testament, then technically he got some knowledge of the Bible, but not, you know, not on a broader scale.
right, but the way he landed that line didn't
Yeah.
sound right to me.
Yeah.
That did not sound right. Nothing when he said that,
Sound like
that
a
caught my
non-believer.
attention. Yeah, it caught my attention immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whoa, oh man, that sound like that don't sound right. That don't sound right at all to me, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. I agree on
I
that.
didn't like that. I didn't like the way that came out. I didn't like the way he laid it. That sound wrong to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally.
I agree.
The blasphemy you talk, let me know that your amazing grace gonna be delayed.
Having iced out crosses,
Iced out crosses on their necks, thinking Jesus saves.
crown of thorns that he wore for performances, portraying Jesus. He's saying like, yo, you're pretty blasphemous. You're talking about the Bible and all this. Well, you should read it because if you did, you wouldn't be doing these certain things.
No, you didn't even read it.
I do think this bar here is very funny because Drake delivers the bar like he's just still so pissed about it. Like, man, I want to wipe that smug little smile off of your face. I can only assume the smile that Drake is talking about is
Hold on, give me a minute.
Lamar was at the Super Bowl halftime show performing Not Like Us, and then he looks right at the camera, says, "Say Drake, I hear you like him young." The past several bars have been from the same song. So yeah, a lot of disses front loaded on this song.
You boys too like double days, running out the 6 like you want a race.
You running out the 6 like you run a race. So again, this is one of them references to Kendrick performing Not Like Us in Toronto, getting a police escort right to the airport, right out of Toronto, immediately after the show.
And Muggsy Bogues done for once, even I'm a bit amazed. Yeah, someone get a kid a raise.
So this is probably the most potent diss to Kendrick on this Iceman album. Muggsy Bogues dunked for once, I'm a bit amazed. Yeah, someone give the kid a raise. He knows that Kendrick had a hit record. He knows he lost that battle. He knows what Not Like Us did. So he acknowledges it. Yeah, Kendrick, you got to dunk. But at the same time, he's kind of downplaying it. Like, yeah, Kendrick, you got to dunk, but even Muggsy Bogues dunked. Muggsy Bogues being probably the shortest NBA player of all time. Muggsy Bogues had to be like, what, 5'3", 5'4". So on one hand, it's a short joke, another short joke, one of many short jokes at Kendrick. But on the other hand, Drake mentions Muggsy Bogues dunking because he's comparing it to Kendrick beating him in a battle. Like, yeah, what you did was an anomaly. It's a statistical anomaly. If we ran that battle back 100 times, Drake is looking at it like, yo, I would win 99 times. What you did was an anomaly, like Muggsy Bogues dunking. But congrats anyway, like you still dunked, right? And then to end the song, Drake goes,
what is it, the braids? Even when I cut them, I can never fade. I mean, it's Drizzy Drake.
He directly rebuttals Euphoria.
You got shit twisted. What is it, the braids?
What is it, the braids? And it's a little wordplay. Even if I cut the braids, I could never fade. You know, fade, haircut, but also I'm still going to be here much longer than you will. I'm never fading out. I'm never fading away.
And y'all are talking about me having better perspective on life doing DMT.
It's on this song, Firm Friends, where Drake rebuttals a line.
Hey, there's another bar that they go well. when it come to LA. Even though I got the braids, I would never fade. You know what I'm saying? You know what that sound like to us? That you ain't about to come out here and catch this fair one.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just, I'm just saying, like, another thing that didn't sound right coming, trying to communicate on the West Coast. I just something that just caught my ear again. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying, but there's niggas out there that be like, oh, he a bitch.
Exactly. I ain't gonna lie, that shows him like how out of touch to where how certain things will kind of come across. Because you look like a pussy now.
Yeah.
And from Meet the Grams.
But I suggest some ayahuasca, strip the ego from the bottom.
Kendrick tells him, yo, you should do
ayahuasca. That was my shit.
Basically, you should do some drug that allows you to self-observe, self-actualize yourself. Drake is actually taking the responsible father route. Basically, I'm out being a great father. Meanwhile, you guys are talking about, oh, I should be doing drugs and DMT. Yo, I don't have time for that. It's an interesting angle to take because Drake has so often been dissed for being, I guess, a bad or an absent father.
You are hiding a child. Let that boy come home.
I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that.
But here he takes the opposite.
Oh, I love that line.
I'm hanging out with
one of my favorite lines.
Doing cool stuff, but y'all talking about I need to be doing drugs.
I'm going back to Cali. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because of shots that I caught in my time.
Here Drake quotes Biggie, I'm going back to Cali.
I'm going back to Cali.
And LL Cool J, Biggie and LL Cool J both had those records, I'm going back to Cali. I thought it would be cool to Drake if he remixed I'm going back to Cali. That would have been dope because that's what Biggie did after his beef with Tupac. He dropped I'm going back to Cali and everybody in Cali loved it. That was like his West Coast record and we loved it, right? But he didn't do that.
Drake need to fire his managers.
I'm back in Cali. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because the shots that I called in my time. Here he gets a little dark.
Wait, hold on. Stop.
Where Kendrick Lamar is from, but
you said Drake needs to fire his managers, right?
Yeah.
Who made the call? Who made that decision to put 3 albums out at the same time?
That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I really believe that he is doing a lot of this out of emotional thinking. But
so it's him.
But he don't have a good manager to be like, look, calm down, bro. You don't need to do this. You need to do X, Y, and Z. I know you might want to rush and push the button, but no, just chill out. Hold on. But I think he got a lot of yes men around him. Like, we already know the type of characteristic. We talk about ego, being egotistical and all that stuff. So yeah, of course, I don't think he would be around people that would check him and tell him like, nah, bro, you tripping, this and that. Look at how calculated Kendrick was moving in the beat compared to Drake. Like Drake was like all over the place. Like, and this nigga Kendrick was moving like goddamn a mastermind. Like, there's levels to this shit, and order to get to that different level, you got to have a solid team around you to make sure that you achieve those things. Like that, my whole thing is team together, equally acquiring more. And I think Kendrick has a way better team than Drake. It's simple.
There it is. You said it. You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
That shit is crazy, bro. Wait, we got some comments. D-Love said, yeah. Certified classic. Nothing original from Drake. Yep. Micah said it's actually levels, man. Drake ain't up there. Micah said never had Drake a pop artist, man. Like, yeah, Drake is like, honestly, music is subjective and he has his place, but being this hip-hop god that he proclaimed to be, he's not that, bro. Like,
which means he's not in touch with the streets.
That part. And that's the thing that I think bug a lot of people to where it's like, nigga, your mother's white, your father was a bass player, and I forgot what band it was, and your relative is an Ingram that they used to play back in the day. So it's like you come from money. So what's all this started from the bottom? Like, your bottom isn't the typical bottom of someone growing up in Watts. You feel me? But yeah, let's keep it pushing though, man.
He's thinking death because of what he's done to other people. He feels that the other side might try to do it to him because he's in op land, California op. He probably looks at it as op land, right? And then lastly, on the song Make Them Know.
How do they say they got classics if it's that you never revisited?
Drake rebuts a line from Euphoria where Kendrick goes,
My first one, like my last one. It's a classic. You don't have one.
Okay, so the next rapper to catch shots on Iceman is none other than the last third of the big three, J. Cole.
Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission, cause I much rather death than submission.
Now, these bars from the song Make Them Pay are very telling. I stood 10 toes. I accepted the mission because I'd much rather death than submission. But obviously, at this point, everyone knows about J. Cole's infamous apology to Kendrick Lamar on stage at his concert.
How many people think Kendrick Lamar
That
is
shit
one of
was
the greatest
soft.
to ever touch microphone? That was the lamest, goofiest shit, and it made me feel like 10 years ago.
He backs out of the battle. He takes back his diss record. He deletes his diss record from the Might Delete Later album. Drake calls that submission. Drake says, hell, I would rather get my head taken off by Kendrick Lamar than submit in a battle to him.
How can you press the ignition and let some memories of the past affect your decision?
So Drake is calling it out. J. Cole, you stepped on the ignition. You pressed the ignition with the 7-minute drill record, dissing Kendrick Lamar, but then you backed out because you have memories of the past with Kendrick Lamar and all this good stuff. You let those memories affect your decision and pump the brakes on what you already had, what we already had planned.
I love
Stop.
you because of the history, but if we being real, I could never.
Is J. Cole? Is he a bitch for that? For stepping out of that?
Yes.
So you saying Drake is right?
Yeah, he right. He right on that.
Wow. How is that relationship going to go now? How has that relationship been going? Did he know that?
He said they haven't talked in like almost 2 years.
Whoa.
So after that whole little spat between that diss song and then him putting it down, and then he never reached out to Drake after that.
Woo.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember when all this stuff happened on my main channel, I put up a poll and I was saying, like, you know, is Drake, I think I was saying, like, is Drake soft for doing this or whatever? Is it a win or a L for hip hop? And I specifically remember one of my subscribers was telling me, like, oh, well, yeah, you know, that's he's being a mature man about this. I'm like, man, fuck that. Nigga, it's war, nigga. It's war. You don't stop, nigga. You don't stop swinging your sword, my nigga. If there's some type of problem going on, you got to keep swinging that motherfucker till there's only one person left.
This is hip hop.
I was just about to say, it's competitive. It's hip hop. It started with, you know, shit, I'm cool on the block and yo shit is whack. Like, it was
to break dancing, to graffiti, to the fashion.
That's part of the culture, bro. So ain't nothing, like, nobody is gonna, oh my god, there's gonna be another Tupac and Biggie. No, that's not gonna fucking happen. These niggas, they got a war of words. So
and J. Cole out here on one of his I ain't heard all of it, but I'm pretty sure he probably said something about him being the best rapper and still try to hold on to it. You can't. You cannot hold on to that after somebody slapped you in the back of the head and then your tails is between your legs. You went, Get your ass out here, J. Cole.
Like, you know, that hip hop has that machismo, that manhood quality. You got to stand your ground. Like, you know, we all, hip hop started in the hood. So a lot of the aspects of what happened in the hood to where you got to defend yourself, you standing up against bullies and shit like that. Like, you can't let nobody outplay you. Like, a broken clock could be right 2 times out of the day. So Drake might be a bitch, but at least this nigga was dumb enough or brave enough to not let him just totally go out without saying anything.
Okay, I could give him that. He didn't bitch up. He stuck in there and he swung. I'm gonna swing back. And that little, mini battle right there, well, it wasn't even a mini battle because they was it was coming back to back. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop loved it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have nothing like that in a long time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Just about to say, it's been born. We had all this mumble rap. Next thing you know, we got these two lyrical giants going back and forth. Like the last time we had something like that was Jay and Nas.
Right. Right.
So,
and you mentioned the mumble rap and then you mentioned the lyrical part. And, people be out here, I don't want to hear that lyrical stuff. I don't want to hear backpack rappers and that's where it came from. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just on a different mission. You can't fuck with the intelligence of it. You know what I'm saying? It goes way past your head. That lyrical stuff is too complicated for your mind. That's probably what it is. You know what I mean? Because I love I love lyricism. I love metaphors. I love to be like, when I went back to the song and I'm listening to it, damn, that's what he meant. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Stop all that. Nobody want to hear that. I want to hear some lyrics with clear words.
That's what it is. Because even sometimes when you hear something too lyrical, it's like, oh man, I ain't trying to do all that extra thinking right now. So I understand that, but you can't have mumble rap just be the main type of music that you listen to.
Right.
You don't exercise the brain. Like the lyricists that I'm be listening to, it's like down there, it's something that you done heard like 3 months ago, and then you finally catch on, like, oh shit, that's what he's talking about.
Right.
That's the type, that's the same way that I am with movies. Like I like to watch Stanley Kubrick type of movies, to where this dude put all this type of crazy. Some people just like to watch John Wick movies, to where it's just nothing but a dude shooting his gun 500 times and not reloading. So
good example.
That's why I say music is subjective, because mumble rap has its place in hip hop, but don't put it on the same tier as real lyricists and people that take time on a craft. So action movies are good, romantic movies are good, anime movies are good, but they all have their own category. So to be honest with you, hip hop has gotten so big to where we might have to have subgenres.
There you go. Like somebody was saying, people were saying like, should it be that? I think so, dude. That's how big it's gotten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got drill rappers, it's all kinds. You can't put that in. We're no longer in one category anymore.
Yeah.
At all. At all.
I'm not gonna lie. Don't rock and roll have like alternative rock and then like
they got
rock?
that, right?
Yeah, so
soft rock.
Need to have that. Yeah, exactly. We need to have that for hip hop, because I'm tired of hearing people, compare popular rap artists to actual hip hop artists. The talent levels are like we're judging skills and sales. Skills and sales do not mix.
Right. That's right. Right. And let's say you got a fan of somebody that loves mumble rap, right? Okay. And then they go listen to Coast Contra.
Yeah.
Now they stuck. They like, I gotta go back. I can't figure out what he said. I don't know what he meant. But if you're a true hip hop head, as soon as you hear it, you're like, whoo! You know what I'm saying? That's lyricism. That's a prime example of lyricism. Coast Contra. Enough said.
We're gonna get back to the video, but hey, question for the chat for Corn Dog. Why do you feel like hip hop is in the state of where we're at right now with mumble rap being like, you know, praised over people that actually have talent. Like, why do people like Drake, that isn't someone that, let's say he don't write his own rhymes, he have a team of people to curate the best song, but people will say that Drake is a better artist than Kendrick, when Kendrick is someone that does everything on his own and would have more skill, but Drake would get more praise because he's more popular. So is it the industry that set that standard, or the listeners?
Oh man, that's a really good question. I would have to say the industry set the standard to get the listeners involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once it goes that way, then they find that angle, that marketing plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Out there, experiment with shit. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you this, dude. Like, you guys could be all the best mumble rappers out there, the best fake street rappers out there. But just like fashion and things in time, it repeats itself. Just goes right back to where it came from. You never know, man. When I'm long gone, 80 years from now, you know what probably going to be the most popular hip hop? I was sitting on the porch and I was doing this and I was looking at that and I'm, you know what I'm saying? And turn back around to the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? 80 years from now, I'm long gone. But that's the most popular rap at that time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you know, we've all in hip hop, we have our moments, we had our stages, we had our levels of movement, our evolution. And it's never gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep going. If it don't keep going to evolve, it's gonna go back. And then people are
Yeah.
gonna be like, I want to hear the message now.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's bringing it back.
Yeah. They want to hear the message. Yeah, when you go back, because you go back to hip hop where it was message rap, yo, that was some some real deep, yo, mental thought, like make you sit down, like, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit was back in the days in the late 80s and I see it, the late 80s to early 90s. There was a lot of stuff that was going out. Like, I remember this one dude, Paris.
Oh yeah.
It was something about a panther or something like that. I used to love that bass line. Dum 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 dum.
That nigga was hard,
and then,
low-key.
yeah, and the way he was spitting and the message he was shooting, I was like, woo, play that now.
I don't know, man.
Could that be played on the radio? Could that be a video now? Probably a video on YouTube, but ain't nobody in hip hop is gonna push out nothing like that right now. You understand what I'm saying?
One, they'll try to censor that, and two, you know, the youth will be on some, man, what's all this black empowerment bullshit, man? I want to hear some real. Like, you know, so like to go back what you were saying earlier, I think the industry, the music industry targets the youth. And I was just talking about this to the other homie earlier about the whole Chief Keef and how things then graduated from. Chief Keef wasn't necessarily talking about drilling like that, but today you have all these artists, you know, talking about, you know, I smoked your mama yesterday and on a 180th Street, I was wearing a black t-shirt and fuck Jamal Spencer, you know, I killed you yesterday. You know, it got so damn bad to where, you know, you're smoking on ops and all this stuff.
Right.
And all that shit started from Chief Keef. So the record labels actually paid Chief Keef, this 16-year-old, you know, to engage in, you know, this adult activity. So, you know, I think it's really on the industry. They look to see what the youth is into, and then they find a way to make money off of it. Like the industry is low-key kind of representative of what's going on in the hood, because we always had that. They always, why do you think that they marketed, let's say, artists like Drake, to where, okay, you got to get a baggy white t-shirt, you got to get these type of jeans, and they market them a certain way so they can reflect what's going on in the urban community. But the crazy part about it is they mimic the urban community, but then most of the listeners be these white kids that don't live any type of urban lifestyle, and they listen to this and oh my God, he said he did what? He smoked on who? We're smoking on so and so, and they have no type of idea of what's really going on. You feel me?
Right.
So, you know, it's really the music industry fault, and then I don't know, maybe the audience shouldn't want to listen to it, because man, I'll be listening to some of these. I'll be in like these on Twitch, right? And these 2K streamers, most of the 2K streamers that play the basketball stuff, they be listening to Baby Tron. Baby Tron is so fucking trash, but everybody's stream that you go to, they listen to that. They're listening to not drill music, but the Detroit scene. They have this scam music going on. If you're from Milwaukee, Detroit area, the Detroit beats, some of them sound fire.
Yeah,
Baby
I heard
Tron
about
is
that.
from Detroit also, but you know, all they talk about is scam music. You know, popping Adderalls and all those other. It really don't have any type of lyrical value to it. It's all digestible shit. Microwave music is hot today. Next week they're on to the next person. But oh, let me not forget NBA YoungBoy. They play the fuck out of NBA YoungBoy, and I heard somebody say in one of the chats, they was like, NBA YoungBoy never made a bad song ever. Like, what? Come on. Michael Jordan missed a couple games. Michael Jordan had some bad games.
Okay, but your point on that would, but NBA YoungBoy never made a bad song ever. Well, have you ever heard him without auto-tune?
Bro,
this nigga sounds terrible. His voice is not meant for hip hop. That's why he hides his own voice when he makes the music. He can't compete when it comes to really laying it down with your own vocals. Y'all listen to yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say, like, honestly, I think NBA YoungBoy isn't the best. I understand his purpose. He has some songs here and there. Like he did a record with Mike Will, Made It, and Chief Keef. That song is fire. But every song sound the fucking same.
That
you have no versatility.
And I'm quite sure that every last song is auto-tune, right?
Yeah, it's auto-tune, all about the same shit.
It's the same voice. Like you T-Pain. Okay. All those NBA YoungBoy fans out there, go find a video of him rapping with his own voice and see what he sound like.
I don't think you're gonna find that. Like I think
I heard it before. I heard it before. You got a
song without auto-tune on it?
Oh no, it wasn't a song, but I just heard him, like, I guess he was in the studio. Somebody leaked the shit. It was years ago.
Okay.
And when I heard
think I know what you're talking
about. Okay. That shit was trash. And that would never take the auto-tune. NBA YoungBoy fans, I want you to get online and go tell him to take the auto-tune out. We want to hear your voice on one album. And then y'all all gonna be like, man, this nigga garbage.
It's not the same person that we thought it was.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're gonna get back to the video. Another person that they be playing a lot is Rod Wave. And Rod Wave, he makes some okay songs here and there, but it's all the same sad, emotional. I noticed a lot of the youth like to, and this kind of go into the Drake lane, but a lot of the youth like to listen to that part. emotional music about how I had it hard and like it's a lot of harmony. Nothing wrong with harmony, but it's like it's just crazy how soft that the music has. It's like it's the most softest hardcore shit. You got these motherfuckers talking about killing people, but then they're singing the shit basically. You know, it's weird nowadays, bro. Man, I'd have missed so many. What the fuck? Yeah, bro. D Love said Drake trash is commercial. I think it's the industry. Yeah, she think the industry is basically responsible for pushing the trash out there. Micah said exactly when we was talking about like the I guess like the new music that's out. He's out there laughing. D Love said he's terrible in my opinion. He made one song, Miss Olinda, that she like. Oh shit. We got Brian in the house. He said, hey, peeps, creeps, and mindless sheeps. God damn. This dude. Oh shit. Micah said, yeah, people like Splash, who is probably still the biggest 2K My Team creator, listen to Baby Tron and YB all stream. Like, I get it, but to your point, it's just fast beats and talking about the same thing, man. Rod Wave, same thing. Not gonna lie, these artists don't have a lot of versatility like Kendrick, man. In my opinion, Kendrick is so underrated. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, shout out to Micah. Like Micah, he's younger, and
right. Okay.
One day Micah want to pull up on here, but Micah understand what I'm talking about. Like you said, all they do for 8 hours a day, every day, play the same YB song, the same Drake song, the same Rod Wave song. Most of them are singing emotional shit and then talking about killing people. So, like, at least, and I don't want to sound like no damn old head, but at least the hip hop that I grew up on, we like people for being different. We like Bone, we like Twister for rapping fast. We like Ice Cube for keeping it real and rapping about hood stuff. We like
my cousin
Public Enemy talking about conscious rap. You know, we had diversity, and it wasn't like if you bit somebody's style, people will get on your ass for not sounding original. Nowadays,
that part.
Nowadays it's just a fucking, and that's why I think the industry has something to do with it because they're so tied into the numbers and statistics of what's going good. They push the algorithm artists, that part. They focus on the algorithm, and you got 10 people making the same music to where now you got damn near the Sexy Reds and just all this stupid bullshit, bro. So it's crazy out there. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and we're gonna get back to it. Love cracking up. Micah said, yeah, man, shaking my head. It's levels to this, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Music is subjective, and you have low level rap, and then you have that high S tier level of rap. Hospital Wi-Fi keep dropping me. Oh shit, damn, bro, I never know. Hopefully everything cool with you, Brody.
You all right, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up after the stream, man.
What? I could never forgive you. So this is a little bit scathing because J. Cole is doing all these.
Hey, bro, I think you might.
Interviews after the fall off dropped, talking about how he still loves Drake. I mean, he wants to be friends.
He was like, yo, I didn't want to come down there and put you in a situation on that stage and say some shit that you would have to stand behind. And I'm like, thank you. Thank God that you didn't, because it left the space for me to receive what I was supposed to do.
J. Cole is still keeping a very friendly frame with Drake. He's not saying really anything to diss him in these interviews, at least, in case they be friends again. He's leaving that door open. Drake flat out says, I would never forgive you.
And you never called me back, but destiny's written.
So this kind of corroborates what Maul was saying.
Tell the world why you had that conversation with Kendrick, and then
I told you J. Cole abandoned ship, bro.
Never spoke to Drake again. Till this day, has never spoke to Drake again.
Based on what Maul from the Rory and Maul podcast said, and based on what Drake is saying, phone call that Drake sent to J. Cole that never got responded to. And that seems to be a big issue of why Drake is pissed at him.
Fuck a big three anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. It was a mess to begin with.
So we've come full.
Yo, stop.
Catalyst.
Stop. You know what I'm gonna ask you? Yo, if Drake and J. Cole was the same room and they seen each other, is it going that way?
I believe J. Cole will try to be peaceful, but that nigga probably whooped the dog shit out of Drake, man. That nigga J. Cole, he's actually tall, like damn near like 6'6" or
Yeah, I
something
know.
like that. So
yeah,
like I think he'll try to be on some peace, brother. But if Drake was to press that nigga, yeah, that nigga got that Dosman from Street Fighter reach, nigga. Get that nigga from across the room.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Man.
Okay. Yeah. I believe that too, bro. I believe that too, for sure.
Man. Yeah, that's crazy. Now, he don't want that.
This Kendrick and Drake beef. Was Kendrick going on the Future song like that?
Motherfucker, big three. Nigga, it's just big me.
We've come full circle.
Oh.
And now Drake has realized, yeah, Kendrick was right. F the big three. It was a mess anyways, man. Drake also jabs at J. Cole by saying,
I could have fell back like the married rapper, but we engaged. I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
It's basically saying we engaged in the battle with Kendrick, whereas J. Cole, who was the married rapper here, fell back. We know this is about J. Cole because in the very next bar, Drake says,
I told y'all I'm settled in my evil ways.
I'm settled in my evil ways. Drake and J. Cole have a song together called Evil Ways.
I'm the golden goose shaking things up at Lucian's house.
So this is a more subtle shot at J. Cole. Drake says, I'm the golden goose. I'm shaking things up at Lucian's house. On J. Cole's recent mixtape, Birthday Blizzard, he had a line that seemed directed at Drake where he says,
For crumbs, dumb niggas so they sold a Lucian.
So the song is called Golden Goose, and the line itself is about Lucian Grange. Then we have Drake here reaffirming, yeah, I'm the golden goose, and mentioning Lucian Grange in that same bar. Now, A$AP Rocky has been catching nasty strays from Drake. Like,
we sharing women that are already at the height of my success.
So Drake just continually holds the fact that he and Rihanna had a thing over A$AP Rocky's head. Obviously, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, they are an item currently. But Drake just kind of seems to keep holding that over his head because A$AP Rocky often will bring up the fact that he had a thing with Drake's baby mom.
Smash before you birth, son. Flacco hit it first, son.
It was like these two guys have history with each other's baby moms in the past, and they just keep taunting each other over it.
Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single damn.
So Burning Bridges is essentially just an entire A$AP Rocky diss. The whole song seems to be about, A$AP Rocky, I don't like you, but I'm never burning bridges with your baby mom, Rihanna.
But I still got love for your missus and a sister. We can't burn them bridges.
Like he's like leaving a door open for Rihanna. It's pretty damn cryptic. Like, I still love your baby moms and all this. And Drake opens the verse by telling A$AP Rocky, hey, look in the mirror and see what talking gets you. So basically Drake is saying like, yo, you need to stop talking about me. You got cut up, stabbed last time you was talking about somebody. So maybe you should just chill.
You saw my brother, you was trying to fix it. Now you drop your album and you back dissing.
A$AP Rocky dropped an album earlier this year. There were a couple bars on A$AP Rocky's Don't Be Dumb album that could be construed as disses to Drake.
Stole my flow, so I stole your bitch.
Drake is basically like, yeah, I caught that. And you want to put a little couple diss bars in here? Oh, I got a song for you and your chick right here.
Power couples up, yeah. Acting like you love marrying your wife.
I'm effing up power couples. So that's from the song Too Hard from the Radio. This could apply to either A$AP Rocky or Pusha T. It's that last bar that has me thinking that it's more so about Pusha T.
You boys need to worry about a jury in your life. Hey.
On this album, Drake also mentions the Epstein files.
Damn, y'all was really island hopping back then. Huh, now your names got redacted.
And like, your name was redacted, which Pusha T was briefly mentioned in that whole fiasco, right?
Nigga, KYSASAP, that's some shit that you could do for me.
I mean, this one is just pretty self-explanatory. KYSASAP, yourself, ASAP. Do I even need to break this down? So this is from the song Firm Friends.
I did not break up a happy home, baby, you pulled up on me.
He says, I did not break up a happy home. Girl, you came to me.
Tell him why you really hate me and what year did she date me.
So again, to me, this just appears to be Drake mocking A$AP Rocky, saying the same thing virtually that they've been saying back and forth to each other. Hey, I slept with your baby mom before you did. Oh, well, I slept with your baby mom before you did. So LeBron James actually catches a good amount of strays on Iceman.
Oh shit!
Appearing at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show where Kendrick Lamar performed Not Like Us, 5-6 times. Drake did not take kindly to that.
Don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either.
Don't make us hit another buzzer beater, and don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. So this could apply to either LeBron James or DeMar DeRozan, who both caught strays for the same reason, appearing at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out show.
I saw bro in the pop-out with Denver and Ryan Gangsta's headline.
So this bar from What Did I Miss? It's just on Drake's actual issue of these guys showing up at the pop-out show, whether it's LeBron James or DeMar DeRozan. He didn't take kindly to that. He feels they shouldn't have shown up at all. Obviously, Drake feels like he and LeBron and he and DeMar DeRozan's relationships were stronger friendships to where they wouldn't even consider doing something like that.
I shouldn't even be shocked to see you in that arena. You always made your career off of switching teams up.
I think this is a great diss also. I shouldn't be shocked to see you in that.
Damn.
Because you made your
That's a cold shot.
So we know that LeBron James, he infamously left the Cleveland Cavaliers to join the Miami Heat to win the championship. Then he left the Heat to go back to the Cavaliers. Then he left the Cavs again to go to the Lakers. So Drake is like, hey, I'm not surprised you switched up on me. You've been switching up your entire NBA career.
Please stop asking about what's going on with 23 and me. I'm a real and he's not.
I do like this 23andMe bar.
It's in my DNA.
23andMe, they're like a DNA company. Drake ties the bar together by saying like, yo, LeBron, he's not real. I'm real. It's in my DNA. What happened between 23andMe? LeBron James wears the number 23. And DeMar DeRozan actually gets a huge brunt of disses on the song National Treasures.
Send him a sack 'cause I wanted you shipped to the king.
So DeMar DeRozan currently plays in Sacramento for the Kings. So that's the sack and the king reference there. Double entendre.
We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Why did we think you could get us a ring?
We must have been dealing in spur of the moment. Because why did we think you could get us a ring? So this is some NBA talk. DeMar DeRozan used to play for the Toronto Raptors. They were good, but not great. They never won a championship with DeMar DeRozan on the team. It was only after the Toronto Raptors shipped DeMar DeRozan away and picked up Kawhi Leonard that they won a championship.
The Toronto Raptors are a college sports team, I promise you. I love this team, and we're going to the NBA Finals. Let's go!
G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago, and next thing we knew we was doing parades.
G-Pop sent us a real one from Dago. G-Pop is the coach of the Spurs, who Drake mentions earlier in the verse. The real one from Dago is Kawhi Leonard, who I mentioned earlier. And the next thing we know, we was doing parades. So yeah, Drake is talking about DeRozan. You wasn't that good once we traded you for Kawhi Leonard. You didn't win a championship. You're a bum.
Yo, that's crazy, Brian.
Go to the hotel right after your game. Don't stick around in the six.
The fuck going on there? What the fuck?
Bars. He's saying go to the hotel right after your game. Don't stick around.
Yeah, go back.
There was that time where DeMar DeRozan returned to Toronto and Drake was there.
Yes, if you ever put a DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and pull it down myself. That's the answer to your question.
It seems that Drake is hinting at, yo, you should not come outside in Toronto. I've got something planned for you. Right after your game, go straight to the hotel. And after you leave your hotel, go straight to the airport like Kendrick did. Do not stick around. Even Jay-Z caught some strays on this Iceman album.
My niggas run the phone soon as you check in the prison.
So this is from the song Make Them Pay.
Your niggas run and talk the whole for a second opinion.
Drake is saying like, yo, my guys are thoroughbreds. When my
It's
guys
done.
go to prison, they run the phones, they run the
It's
TVs.
over.
Basically, they're those guys in prison. They're leaders in prison.
Hey, you think Jay-Z gonna
It's
respond?
over. It's over now. You done stepped up to the big dog. You done mentioned the big dog.
D-Love said, who does he think he is? Like, he think he's on the same level as a Michael Jackson. That's why he wore the glove.
That's
Or
that
he
ego.
think he's better than Michael Jackson. Like, he's
That's
acting
that
like
ego.
a spoiled child, bro. Like, all this what Brian say? Fucking schoolyard tantrums and dick swinging childish, shaking my head.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's a ego thing. This is crazy, bro. Like, Drake is, let's just say, for achievements and stuff like that, you can't deny the numbers and all this shit or whatever. It's very manufactured. You got some shit going, but you're not the great. Like, the greatest didn't have all this assist and help that Drake is having. Like, you can't say that you like the best lyrical rapper and your bars aren't even written by yourself. you know, like it don't make no sense, bro. D Love said he's not a shot caller at all. Micah said exactly he think he MJ, man. Like that's crazy.
Okay, let's say this. The way he's feeling himself, his ego, he feeling like, he feeling himself. Uh when you was 14 years old, was you feeling like that?
Nah, I doubt it.
Did you have that feeling like that? Like you was walking around like you was one of them?
You know what? He probably did.
You think so? Because
like,
the way we look at him is the total opposite.
I know. And that's what a narcissist would do. A narcissist would think that they the shit. And the reason why I say that, he come from a privileged background of where he hasn't been told no like that. I'm pretty
That's
sure
not what I mean.
Well,
I'm talking about the tough guy act.
All right, wait, what about it though?
So you think he was walking around being a tough guy at 14 years old?
Hell no.
So why in the fuck is he acting like that now?
Because you're a man, so the crazy part about it is I think he really got it fucked up like what a real man is. He think a real man just have money and can do whatever they want, but a real man is more strategic than that, bro.
What I'm saying is that if it ain't, it's not in him.
No,
it's on him. It's in me, but it's on him. You know what I'm saying? It's not on me, it's in me. It's not in him, it's on him.
Like honestly, he think that he can buy respect. Like it's crazy. He, like I said before, he's really acting like a spoiled child, and I'm pretty sure that his upbringing, he got everything that he wanted. So he's just having a temper tantrum because somebody's actually better than him.
I'm glad you said that, because as we're sitting there listening to this, and I know we over on our time and all that, but I'm really enjoying this cast right now. So far, every last person that he had a problem with out of this album release, every last one of them will whoop his ass in real life.
Yeah.
Any one of them he called out, if no gloves, just those two in one room, either one of those that he called out, he's getting punched out.
He wouldn't like
I can
that.
see, but you know why? The reason why I say that is because most of the people that he called out, it's in them. It ain't on them. That's my point.
You know what? This reminds me of that whole Diddy situation. Diddy was like low-key trying to be cool with Puff Daddy before all this beef happened, and he was low-key kind of jealous that wait, did I say Diddy? Diddy was jealous of Pac because Pac had that charisma. A lot of people gravitated towards him, and Diddy wish he had that same charisma. So he tried to befriend Pac, but Pac was like, "All right, you want that weirdo shit? Just get it." So sometimes when people can't actually, sometimes people get jealous of what you're naturally born with, you know, and that's something that you gotta take that up with God or something, bro. Like that's crazy.
And you just mentioning that right there, Pac. Just want to let the audience out there know that me and Tupac came in the world together on the same day and year. You know what I mean? My birthday coming up, about to hit that. And when we hit it, I always salute my Zodiac twin. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? He gets the first toast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we the Gemini and he's my other. You know what I mean? So just to let y'all know, that charisma. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Puffy didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Pac was up in there with his and doing it how he do it. And, the jealousy of that, I mean, that could go deep with that Puffy and the Biggie and, you know what I'm saying? That's man, I don't even want to get into that, man. Because I be, that's my zodiac twin. So I'll be like, I take that shit, personal. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he went, how it went down. Then I started hearing the rumors, and I'm like, this dude in jail right now. I'm like, dude, that dude right, man. I don't no disrespect to anybody that know that nigga, but man, he was one of the ones. Even if he didn't pull it, even if he didn't pull the trigger, he was in the car. And that shit hurt me right there, bro. When ever since I found out that we came into the earth together, I was like, man, that hurt me. Like, you know what I mean? Salute to my brother, Zodiac twin, Tupac. Birthday coming up soon, next month. It's gonna be a celebration. 55. But
justice. Yeah. The real justice.
Huh. Oh man. Oh, you better stop with that. That shit was a killer right there, bro. You killed me with that one, bro. I seen that video.
Real
like,
justice.
Oh my God. This is crazy. Yo, that real justice. Nigga. That nigga going to go see Buttman, nigga. Salute to Chud the Builder. The guy's about to go see Buttman. Hey.
Oh shit. Man. Yeah. This nigga corny crazy as fuck, y'all.
Hey man, gotta keep it real.
Hey, D-Love said that's what I'm saying. Classic. He don't create his own art. Yeah, for real. D-Love also said he was acting in front of a wheelchair at that. Hey, for real. Ryan said, translation, my G.I. Joe is better than your Transformers. These bars are more than meets the eye. Who got the kung fu grip? Question mark. What?
Hey, he right about that one. He right about that though. He right about that.
Brian said, I know their ladies ain't got the grip for their tips. What the fuck are you, Brian? Brian,
this fool crazy.
The hell? Gemini in the building. This dude, Brian is just crazy as fuck, bro. Like, what? Only thing Drake is doing is starting something. He's off the wall trying to beat.
Oh shit!
yeah, let's keep it pushing, man.
Meanwhile, your guys
it's so crazy.
Jay-Z for second opinions. So he's looking at Jay-Z like your opinion isn't worth anything. Like, why would you ask Jay-Z for his opinion on stuff? My guys are leaders. My guys do this. Your guys is getting advice from Jay-Z. He's looking at Jay-Z like he's a peon.
I take 500K, not a dinner. I never could learn from none of y'all.
And that's echoed by this bar from Whisper My Name where Drake says, yo, I'll take 500K over to dinner with Jay-Z. Because, that's a whole meme that people used to say, would you take $500,000 or would you take dinner with Jay-Z? And then some
500,000.
Well, I'll take dinner with Jay-Z over $500,000.
Who said that?
With Jay-Z, I can ask him about business.
Stupid mother. Fuck all that, nigga.
That was a meme, but wait.
I know, but
D-Love, I know you're not a Pisces. If you're a Pisces, then Pisces gang in the building.
Oh yeah, Pisces get along with Geminis.
Yeah,
I know about that. Yeah, two of my baby mamas is Pisces, by the way.
Well, February or March?
March. Oh, and both of them was born on the same day. Damn!
That's
crazy.
Now, that's some Friday type shit right there. What the fuck?
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, a Cancer? I thought that the Cancer got the 69 sign.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I thought it was like the two fishes or whatever. All
right, no, that's the little homie right there.
Man, she should have been a Pisces though.
His brain about business. People used to say this. So Drake is playing off of that meme, like, yo, I'm taking 500,000 over dinner with Jay-Z because Jay-Z can't teach me nothing. And there's also the island hopping bar from Too Hard for the Radio.
Damn, y'all was really island hopping back then. Huh? Now your names got redacted.
That we mentioned earlier, that I think could be about Pusha T or Jay-Z. Their names were kind of surrounding the
that's
Epstein
crazy.
files. So yeah, Pusha T, the Clips, they infamously had to buy their way out of their record deal.
Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal.
No, he had to pay.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Drake is getting out of his record deal by, I guess, dropping albums, suing the label. Drake saying like, yo, there's a difference.
Throwing some shots.
I'm getting out of my deal. They are letting you out of your deal. There's a difference.
Against your will, how many new names do you got on your will?
Against your will, how many new names you got on your will? So I think this could apply to Kendrick also, as it does either Pusha T or Kendrick. Drake is talking about extortion to a degree. You know, Kendrick left a TDE deal and went to PG Lane, but then the Clips also spoke about getting out of their deal. So that's why I think it could apply to either Kendrick or the Clips. So what Drake is hinting at is, like, what did you have to do to get out of that deal? For real, for real. Did you have to add one of them guys, one of them executives to your will? Do they get points on your next couple albums? Like what was the deal y'all struck up? Because I'm sure it was terrible.
I got all the chains that they ever repped in Virginia.
So this one is a shot at Pharrell. In a Family Matters video, Drake has a bunch of Pharrell chains that he bought in an auction. Drake has been trying to mock Pharrell with these chains.
God.
I mean, Pharrell put the chains up for auction. He didn't want them anymore. Drake thinks it's a thing to mock Pharrell. Like, yeah, I bought your chains. I got your prized possessions.
I got niggas prized possessions. I get possessive on niggas.
This is from the song Firm Friends.
I know niggas going crazy as I cop all the items you niggas put up for sale.
And here Drake is continuing to talk about those items that he bought at an auction. You know, I think if I put items up for auction, I would be happy that we had a buyer. But I guess Drake is thinking of it like, I'm the last person they would want to have their chains that they put on for auction. Personally, I think they're happy that someone bought it. I think Kanye West caught a couple of strays on Iceman also.
If I'm lying, I'm flying economy. I bet I know who I see.
Wait, stop,
if I'm lying, I'm flying. So that's a play on the phrase, or if I'm...
Hey, when Drake bought those chains from Pharrell, didn't he melt those motherfuckers?
That's what they said. Like, I don't know how true that is.
Huh. I want to know that. Like, nigga, did you do that? Or I guess it wasn't true because he didn't say it as a real diss. That would have been a cold bar right there. So yeah, I guess he didn't melt them. He didn't melt them.
Well, he said that on like one of them old tracks, right? Like, matter of fact, on the when they was dissing each other back and forth, he said something about melting the chains, right? But then he showed the video with the guy still wearing them. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Brian said Diddy was trying to sell shares in baby oil. This dude crazy.
What? He probably is.
Hey, what a clown. Yeah. This dude ego is all over the place, to be honest. This video almost done. We got like 6 more minutes.
I'm lying, I'm lying. But then some people say, oh, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Drake takes it another step and says, yo, if I'm lying, I'm flying economy. Basically saying, yo, I never fly economy. I'm a business class dude. I'm a private jet, first class dude. He's taking jabs at Kanye West, who was allegedly seen flying economy with his girlfriend, Bianca. And on the song Ran to Atlanta,
boys losing it and you need to take meds. Hey.
Drake says, yo, you boys need to take your meds. Who is the rapper that's famously on medications? I'm sure a lot of people are on medications. There's a lot of mental health issues going around. But Kanye West is kind of the one who's taking that mantle. Like, yo, I'm bipolar, this and that. Drake is like, bro, he needs to take his meds. Tell him to stop talking about me. The Weeknd has actually been in Drake's crosshairs for a while.
Boy, better be ready and able. I'm coming.
On the song Plot Twist, Drake seems to be describing this very cryptic, very dark event that happened where he and his team approached somebody and things happen, right? But in this song specifically, Drake says, you better be ready and able because I'm coming. The Weeknd's real name is what? Abel Tesfaye. So Playboi Carti also caught a stray, which could be connected to The Weeknd.
Baby boy, please. I heard what you said to little bro about me.
Why does Drake say baby boy? It's rumored that Playboi Carti's next album will be titled Baby Boy. So he's directly referencing Playboi Carti.
And when you run into the ice, man, what you gonna do except freeze?
Playboi Carti is in Drake's crosshairs. Why? He and Drake had worked together in the past, but then here comes Playboi Carti on his last album, Music. He's got 3 Kendrick Lamar features on it. Anyone that was remotely linked to Kendrick is catching strays, except Future, right? This is the one person, I guess, that Drake doesn't want to fall out with.
You're not about to squeeze. You're not in the streets.
So I know a lot of people love Playboi Carti. They love his music. Drake just looks at him like a peon. You're not from the streets. When you run into me, you aren't going to do anything. You don't know how to shoot a gun. You're not about that life.
Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed.
And the crazy part about it, man, I was watching this documentary on like the gangs in Atlanta and stuff. Like Young Thug, yeah, they definitely from somewhere. 21 Savage, I know he's from UK and all that, but he's riding with some real niggas from Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
and Playboi Carti, he's with some slime. He be talking all that slime shit. It ain't just to be saying it for rap songs. And the crazy part about it, Playboi Carti's way more street than Drake. So it's funny that he say all this shit like nobody's gonna do anything. But bro, like I would say somebody's gonna damn near Will Smith his ass, but this dude got so much security, nothing like that would really happen.
That's his whole point, I guess, because the way he's talking like Drake is talking like he's gonna do it. Like, nigga, like I'm gonna personally do it. I don't need no security. You know what I'm saying? My teammate, no, y'all step back. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna handle this when I see him. And he ain't doing nothing like that. Somebody gonna leave.
Again, he'd take another L. Just all L's, bruh.
Hey man, he gonna be left with a big old handprint. You know what I'm saying? You know, he light skinned.
Real red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He light skinned. He probably gonna be like that dude I told you about when I was locked up. Half his face was like this.
Purple.
It was purple, and all this was all light skin on this side.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, man, Drake, the way you talking, bro, you can't stop it, bro. You need to stop, man. You stop right here. Stop right here, man. You're embarrassing yourself. That's the way I see it. You're really embarrassing yourself. Stick to the game stick to your lane and where you was making that most money at. Stick to that marketing plan. Stay out of these streets, man. Y'all want this real rap beef? You messing with Jay-Z, the top dog? Man, you don't think that man ain't gonna come after you? And then after that, you gonna go to a new label over there and try to come out with an album and it's just mysteriously get shut down all of a sudden?
Man. You gonna find out the hard way, low key, man.
Was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross ever streamed? So yeah, Aiden Ross is one of the most popular streamers, but it's a play on words. I was aiding Rick Ross with streams. Drake is basically referencing all the songs, all the hit records that he has with Rick Ross. I was helping you out with your records before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. This is just a nice little play on words. Rick Ross also gets this on What Did I Miss?
Get punched in the face with some TLC on a dead guy.
So there was that situation where Rick Ross got punched out. And this is right after his diss record towards Drake.
Some TLC because my gonna need a chili ice pack for your left eye.
Drake makes a TLC reference. You're gonna need a chili ice pack for your left eye. You know, chili.
Damn.
Lisa left
That's
eye,
a bar.
DJ Khaled, of all people, catches a stray just for remaining silent.
And Khaled, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live. You went halal and got on your dean.
Just for not coming to Drake's help during a battle. Now, obviously, Khaled is very close with Rick Ross, but Khaled catches a very personal stray.
And your people are still waiting for a free Palestine.
So to understand this, you have to keep in mind that Drake is Jewish and DJ Khaled is Palestinian.
But apparently everything is in black and white and red and green.
And just understand the situation going on in that region. Drake.
That's one of the records here spazzing. Like, that's what I said. It's a couple records where he's rapping to where I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But then when you really think about it, it's like, damn, did he write that or was that his ghostwriters? Like,
whoa, see, there we go again.
That's where it fucks up everything for me.
You're right about that.
As the beef was live, I was battling with Kendrick, but Khaled, you chose to go halal. Like, basically, you don't want no beef. Drake takes it further. Like, hey, we never heard you say free Palestine, DJ Khaled. Your people are still waiting on you to say free Palestine. But I guess for you, it's not that important. It is a very personal diss considering what's going on in that region, and also considering the context of Drake being Jewish and Khaled being Palestinian. Probably one of the more personal shots on this entire album. DJ Mustard even caught a stray on the song Too Hard for the Radio. He says Mustard ain't had a hit since me and YG rapped. But Drake is referencing the song Who Do You Love? YG featuring Drake, produced by DJ Mustard, and it was a hit record.
City, bitch, we remember that. Damn, you should try and get back to that.
He's saying like, yo, Rack City, remember those songs, Mustard, that you did 10
Doesn't even sound like him, bro.
Get back to making songs like that.
That was Drake.
Any hits recently. Yeah. DJ Mustard is catching a stray because he produced Not Like Us. Dr. Dre even catches a stray because he was at the Pop Out show and he helped Kendrick Lamar open the song.
Hey,
Not Like
Us. Man, stop. I'm gonna definitely have to go back and listen to that song that just yo, he did not. I didn't know. That sounded like somebody else. I did not. That was Drake. On the West Coast beat. And then when you hear it, I'm like, yo, I'm like, and then that didn't even sound right if that was him. He don't sound right. Stay away. No, you're not about to come over here and do all that colonizing over here, bro. Your ass out of here with that.
That's what Kendrick was talking about, though. And it's funny that he kind of proved him right. Kendrick was saying that you go around using everybody's style, whoever's popular at the time. And definitely back in the day when Drake kind of first came out, he was using a lot of Bay Area references. You know, now since the South is hot, he's using Future and all that shit. You got Future on the album, you know, so it's just like Kendrick is crazy. Like Kendrick GNX album and the disses really aged like fine wine because Drake didn't do anything but damn near reinforce whatever narrative that Kendrick already put out like almost a year, 2 years ago. So, you know, like, Kendrick made the Not Like Us because Drake was saying, oh, you can't basically make a commercial record. That was a big hit. Now, all of a sudden, you got Drake got this Bay Area upbeat type of club record.
Right.
Kendrick and Mustard. You know, so it don't look good, man.
It don't look good. That didn't sound good because I thought it was somebody else as soon as I heard it. I'm like, that's Drake? Like, nah. Drake? Hey. Nah, man. Stay away from our sound, bro.
Hey, that part for real. Hey,
that ain't gonna work.
Whoever hyping Drake up is doing it for sport. They got to want him to get it. Hey, yeah, for real though. Shaking my head, buddy, ignorant. And then she said, it's who's writing for him because he's not clever at all, in my opinion. And that's what I'm saying is like, we done heard a lot of the reference tracks of Drake songs, you know, Quentin Miller, which is his known ghostwriter, exposed him, you know, so it's like, he has a track record of, and that's what happened when you have the industry behind you. They'll get the best songwriters, they'll get the best beat makers, to where it's not just one person, it's a whole damn near team of 10, 12 people that's working together for one song, you know, and all you got to do is just deliver it and recite it a certain way. So, you know, he's not as talented as it's presented. And that's the part that real people that know music get frustrated with.
If Drake took out the AK, maybe he'd be in jail, just based off the name that it spells.
Drake is looking at Dr. Dre and Kendrick like, hey, how are y'all accusing me of evil acts when you got Dr. Dre on stage with you, who has been accused of many more evil acts?
They got special places in hell for niggas joking about evil when they did it themselves.
And he picked me up, lifted me up off the ground. By your hair. By my hair. Slammed me up against a brick wall. He continued to assault me in the women's restroom. You sexually assaulted? I'm not comfortable talking about everything.
Okay.
He's trying to point out this hypocrisy
D.
with
Barnes.
quote unquote that side. Lucian Grange, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I remember
Kendrick
that.
Lamar. And lastly, Joe Budden catches a nasty stray.
Who knows which one of his bubble-shaped things I must have ushered through the double gate.
He going
Drake and
after
Joe
him.
Budden have this thing where they date the same girls, or Drake is cracking
This
girls
shit, it's
that
over.
Joe Budden is talking to. And over the years, Drake just taunts Joe Budden about it. He's like mocking him.
Showed at the time of a life while broski having stomach aches, hearing about good times at Lovers Lake.
Like, yo, I had your girl out there swimming with dolphins. She was having a time of her life. Meanwhile, you back in Newark, New Jersey, sick, stomach aches.
And send it back to you while you sleepwalking naked in another state.
He mentions Joe Budden's sleepwalking incident. I'll let Joe Budden speak on that himself.
That's the door that I decided to sleepwalk butt ass naked.
You'll let us see another day. And even if you don't, it's just another day.
Then he goes on to basically say, Joe Budden, your life is completely worthless. This whole little scheme is set up by Drake saying like, yo, I had your girl.
Wow, this nigga is.
Sick. Then he goes, oh, but it's okay. You'll live to see another day though. But even if you don't live to see another day, it's just another day. No one would even care if you died. It's crazy, unnecessarily mean, right? But yeah, anyway, those are all the shots on the Iceman album. Let me know if I missed any. What were your favorite?
Yeah, shout out to the homie Top 5 Troy. He did a very good job of breaking all that stuff down and putting it together, man. Man, D Love, she is not impressed. She said L after L and no Cool J. I'm not gonna lie, to be honest with you, bro. Listen to the Iceman album and the songs where he's like really rapping. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, whoa, oh shit. Like, you know, like it was definitely put together pretty decent. But like I said, at the end of the day, you really have to question, was he the person that was actually penning them rhymes? But
right,
I got it, bro. Like, so it's automatically an asterisk by your name because you're not the actual author of those lyrics. Final thoughts, bro. Final thoughts.
Me on the Drake release 3 albums. Basically we was listening to everything that was pretty much off the Iceman album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this, short and quick. Drake off the Iceman album, you should have named that My Obituary, because everything you and anybody you mention in there in real life, you in the same room, they would destroy you if it was just you two there. You sound like a woman who was hurt by their boyfriend. You to making this move for 3 albums to jump out and think you're gonna come back after trying to call out one of the biggest names in the biggest name in hip hop, Jay-Z. Okay? And think that your career is gonna last after that. You know you fucked up, right? That ain't gonna happen for you, bro. So I see this as your obituary. You know what I'm saying? Like retirement. You should have named that. I'm retiring. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. My obituary, you know, something like that. Because it's over. Each and every last one of those people that you called out, you ain't gonna ever step to them like that on some man-on-man shit. Ever. And you mostly hate Kendrick, which we love. It's LA right here, baby. We love Kendrick up in this town. Tell you the truth. But yeah, and you call him a little tiny Mike and all that. That little tiny Mike will whoop your ass in real life. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Salute to Drake for his last album that he's ever coming out with, or last 3 albums. Yeah. I'm glad it's over for you, bro. Sit down, retire. You old now anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you and your abs go sit at the Bahamas with your shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Don't work for the abs. Go buy them. You know what I'm saying? So do that, bro. It's that time. Yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Yeah, very well said, man. Shit, D Love over here laughing. All he did was put together his hit list and someone else wrote it for him. That sound about right. D Love saying you accurate with what you saying. She's laughing, right? Corn dog. Brian said, and another one. D Love is cracking up. Yeah, man. This shit is crazy, man. D Love also said, thank you, OG Corn Dog. Yeah, man, this was a dope live. We kind of went a little bit longer than expected, but we definitely got a lot of the nooks and crannies of this situation because it was so much stuff going on, and this is just from one album. So who knows what he said on the R&B album and then the dance album and stuff. If y'all want to hear us react to that or go through that, then we can do that. But check us out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And yeah, man.
8 o'clock.
Appreciate D Love
Pacific time.
Michael for pulling up. Appreciate Brian for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like Corny said, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at what time, bro?
8 o'clock Pacific time.
That part. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take it easy. And on that note, we out of here. Peace.
Yo, you now rocking with classic music. Now, what I want you to do is hit that like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Yeah, let's get it.